Well. Who's online? Let's talk. Who's online? Somebody home? Is there anybody home? E re ko gopotse mo kwa gae. Ne? E re ko go gopotse. Gore time alone is necessary for healing. Time on your own, it's important to regroup and to find yourself. Alright? Usually people don't give themselves enough time to heal from whatever they've went through in life. And one of the reasons is that we rush to move on to something new before we even understand what we just went through and what new can we experience. Understand? So that's why I want to talk about, time alone is necessary. To find yourself and find your feet, and to understand that whatever that has happened is not the end of the world, and that you can build new, right? But the thing is, in this time of waiting, for healing, in time, you have to do the work. Understand? You have to, redefine yourself. You have to find a way of getting back on your feet. You have to find a way of letting go what could have been, so that you can build what could be. You understand? Because of healing, it's a very, 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 it's a long process. You understand? So usually some of the reasons that make us hold on to the pain that we've experienced is that there will be kids that are involved, and there'll be, we've been through a lot together, those kind of moments. And you'd cry on that process when you are alone. You understand? You will cry. You will need to cry because you have to let it out. You understand? You have to get it out of your system. You understand? So what I've noticed is that a lot of people, right, they take the burden of the past relationship to the new relationship because they don't allow themselves to heal, to give themselves a period of healing before they move on. Understand? So that's why people take the burden of the old relationship to a new relationship. And you find out the new relationship may be better than the old relationship, but you come from the same mentality of the old relationship into the new one. Now you are destroying something so beautiful. You understand? I've seen couples where a guy or a girl was raised in a good family. He was a healthy person, but they met a toxic person who was broken somewhere in their past. And they came in to break the healthy one. You understand? And they end up going to break other people. You understand? Because of nobody ever takes a break to say, hey, look, I need to regroup. I need to redefine. I need to find me. Where did I lose it? And how did I lose it? And why did I lose it? You understand? So a lot of people don't take time to heal, bro. We rush to move on. Like relationships these days are like a bus. You miss one, catch one, but nobody ever gets to their desired destination. You understand? It's so sad, bro. It's so sad how we such a sad generation, especially in relationship. You understand? That it even affects our work, it even affects our life, it even affects our happiness, it affects so many things in our lives. You understand? Because of people don't take time into allowing yourself to heal. Allow yourself to forgive, to allow yourself to let go, to allow yourself to acknowledge that it didn't work out, to allow yourself to understand that you did all you could, to allow yourself to understand that you are the powerful thing existing, to allow yourself to understand that you are beautiful even if the other person doesn't see that beauty on you, to understand that, you can really build something new, regardless of the other person not thinking that you're the best person. You understand? But the thing is, when we don't heal, we don't take time to heal, we fall into the trap of repeating the same mistakes. You understand? If the guy was not loving enough in the past relationship, when you get into the new relationship, even if the guy is loving, you still pick out mistakes. You know what? Because if you're still holding on to whatever that has failed in your past. You understand? So it's so sad, man. Like, it's really so sad how people lose new potentially could be happy relationships just because of they're still dealing with something in their past. So I usually tell people on my counseling session, because I do have counseling session where people come to me and tell me about their problems in a relationship. I do have this moment where I talk to people and I be like, but did you give yourself time to heal? Did you give yourself, time to regroup and just, redefine what life could be for you? You understand? There was a guy I gave a task at some point, and I was like, my guy, give it about 9 months to a year, you alone, right? Just spend time on your own. Yes, interact with people, but most time spend it on your own, and the guy, in the process, as we kept on speaking every day, he started noticing things about himself that he didn't even know they were there. And I was like, yeah, bro, until you find yourself, you'd never understand how important you are in a relationship. You understand? You can never understand what you can offer in a relationship if you don't understand yourself. You understand? So that's what I mean. And I told this guy, rebuild your relationship with your creator. Rebuild the relationship with yourself. That's why I gave you the task to be on your own, so that you can rebuild the relationship with yourself, so that you can start loving yourself again, so that you can start caring about yourself again, so that you can see your worth on your own, so that you don't have to depend on anybody to find peace and happiness, so that you are self-sufficient as you are on your own. You understand? So I told this guy, find your God, find a relationship with your creator, then find a relationship with yourself. Build a relationship with yourself, matter of fact. You understand? And redefine what is your life purpose, right? And after you redefine what is your life purpose, then these 3 things has to help you into choosing a life partner. You understand? But as broken as you are, you need to take time on your own and just be on your own, bro. Time alone is necessary. You understand? Because when you are on your own, now with no disturbance, you can now, think about, where do you want to go with life? What is it that you want to achieve? What is it that you want to be? How do you want life to end up like? How do you want your life to be? Understand? Without distraction. Because sometimes when you're still hurting about the past relationship, it makes you you fail into seeing what literally in the future it can be. You understand? So when you're still hurting about your past, you don't think clearly, right? And this is why we repeat the same mistakes again and again and again. So what I want to say to you right now, and I want to say that you are powerful beyond measure. You understand? That your healing is your responsibility. I know the person who has hurt you probably is happy elsewhere, or is pretending to be happy elsewhere. But I am saying that healing is a process. You understand? You have the power. You have the power to your healing. You understand? So take time on your own, man. And focus on your education. Focus on your relationship with your God. Read your Bible. And, redefine your life purpose. If you were born to be a teacher, embrace being a teacher with all your heart. If you were born to be a psychologist, embrace being a psychologist with all your heart. If you were born to be a mother with all your heart to your kid, even if the father is not there. Do the best that you can be in being the best version of yourself. You understand? And you being the best version of yourself should help you in the next relationship that you should be in. You understand? Because of when you don't understand who God is, when you don't understand who you are, and when you don't understand what you were born for, you can never understand what you can offer to the world. You understand? You can never know what you can offer in a relationship. You can never even know what you need in a relationship. You understand? So I always tell people that go to people when you are whole, when you are one, when you are complete internally. Don't go to people with pieces. Don't go to people seeking relationships out of sympathy. Don't go to people trying to get people to feel sorry for you. You understand? That's why I'm saying healing is a process, bro. It's a serious process that needs you to just pay attention to yourself and say, hey, I deserve peace. I deserve to be the happiest version of myself. And I can only have that if I spend more time with myself. You understand? So you should understand that. You understand? So you should stop working in other people's lives and asking them to feel sorry for you. No, you shouldn't. You understand? You should take time on your own. If you are hurt, you should take time on your own. Heal. Redefine your life. And look what went wrong and what didn't go right. And look at yourself and, do self-introspection and to look into your soul and say, am I really being the best version of myself? And, and find yourself first before you even think about getting into a relationship. Because of every relationship that you decide to be part of, you would have to have something to offer. But when you are broken, you have nothing to offer except pain, misery, and insecurities and stuff. That's why I'm saying it's important, bro, to just spend time on your own, to heal you. All right. So that's why I always say, man, before you even begin to get in a committed relationship, in anything that is solid that you want to be really in for a long term, find these three things, bro. I always say, find God, right? Find yourself and find your life purpose. They should help you decide. All right. Okay, let me break it down for you this way, right? If you find God, that means you are guided in spirit. So if you meet a man or a woman who's not guided in spirit, they will never be suitable for you. Check one. Right? You can decide from there whether it's a yes or no, if this is going to work out or not. Second thing, your self-understanding, you understanding yourself, right? Does the person that you are trying to be with understand themselves also as you understand yourself? Do they have the qualities that complement your qualities? Number two, check if it's something that you cannot settle for, if it's something that you cannot accommodate. Never say to a person and say yes, we can date, while you know that your personalities will clash. Don't do that to yourself. You understand? I said God, I said self-understanding. That means when you understand yourself, you understand how sensitive, how emotional, how you understand how you are an introvert, or you understand how you're an outrovert. Because I've seen relationships where somebody's an outrovert and so the other one is an introvert, and the other one is always gone and the other one is always in the house. So there's friction. So choose people who have almost the same qualities as you do. When you understand yourself, you know yourself this deep. You understand? When you now talk about life purpose, we talk about what you were born for. What is it that God has given you to come and fulfill on earth? You understand? For some of us, I'm born to be a motivational speaker, right? That means my life is more in a public eye. And if I date somebody who prefers me to be in a closed closet and to keep my life private, some of my parts of my life private, right? It becomes a little bit difficult, because now how do I inspire somebody without evidence? How do they even know that I'm really, inspiring them without even giving them evidence? You understand? So I'm saying you should be careful. If you are somebody who is spirited, who's driven, who believes in God, who lives for God, who wants to fulfill God, the purpose of God. You understand? You choose people who are aligned with your purpose. You choose people who are aligned with where you're going with life. Because of otherwise you will complain for the rest of your life on why is it that you cannot have what you want to have. You understand? So I'm saying to you, and I'm saying, if ever right now you were trying to get into a relationship, right, but you are still dealing with your past relationship, get rid of the first relationship first. Heal from the first relationship. Then after you have healed from the first relationship, redefine life for what it could be for you. Then when you stand now looking for a relationship, you go with these three qualities: your relationship with God, your relationship with yourself, the life purpose that you feel that God has created you for. And you get into the relationship with something to offer. You understand? When you get into a relationship, you get with something to offer. When you meet this partner, you say, I have a relationship with God. That means you are led by spirit. That means even if this person gets into trouble, right, you can guide them because you are led by spirit. Second, if you have self-understanding, you understand how emotional, sensitive, all those things about yourself that you understand, right? If this person, violate who you are, you'd easily be able to check that this is not gonna work for me because of this hurts me. You know, because if you have self-understanding, you understand when you are hurting. I've seen people in relationships where they kept on forgiving somebody who kept on hurting them, and they kept on forgiving because of their self-definition of being said it's okay to be hurt. You understand? But when you understand yourself and you understand how sensitive and emotional you are, you don't allow anybody to play with your emotions. Once they start playing with your emotion, you be like, check out, you gotta go. You understand? As I tell you, you need these three qualities: a relationship with God, a relationship with yourself, and your life purpose for you to be able to choose a relationship that is suitable for you. You understand? I'm giving you this power freely. You need to know this. You understand? When you have a relationship with God, when you are a prayer warrior, if you meet somebody who's not a prayer warrior, it's a first wrong. This person is not going to be good for me because I can't be praying while they are playing. When we say that we are union, we're going to go together bold in prayer. We have to both kneel and pray. You understand? Second thing, if you understand who you are and they don't understand themselves, you understand, right? You keep on suggesting things in the relationships.
Like positive things. Oh baby, I was thinking we should do 1, 2, 3. Oh baby, keep on saying I like it and blah blah. You will have to drag somebody in a relationship for you to get where you are trying to go. That is a no-no. It's a deal breaker. It's a no-no. When you understand yourself that deep, you let go everybody who's standing in your way of your dreams, your visions, and your goals, and where you're trying to go with life. That's the second one, right? Third one, purpose. When you feel that you have a purpose to fulfill on earth, never date anybody who's not on the same caliber. Never. All right? They'll hold you back. If you are born to be a pilot where you're going to fly countries, right? You might need to find somebody in that range of dating, because of if you date somebody who sits in a house, they'll complain that you're always gone, but that's your job. You can never compromise your job. That's what pays bills, bro. You understand? And your purpose, when I talk about purpose, I'm talking about a reason of existence, something you come into earth to fulfill. You understand? Something you come into earth to fulfill. For some of us, I am a motivational speaker. That's why I'm alive right now, right? And if I ever date somebody who tells me, oh, stop going live, you're wasting that time, this person doesn't understand where I'm standing with what I'm fulfilling, that the responsibility that God has given me on earth. You understand? So it will become difficult. So I'm talking to you. There are a lot of signs that you will have to pick up in people that if things might not work out. You understand? If you are total opposite of the person that you are trying to date, this is a red flag. A red flag. You understand? So that's what I'm saying. Take time, on your own. Heal from your past relationships, right? Be free and let them go. All right? And after you have been freed and let them go, redefine life, which is find these three qualities: God, yourself, and your purpose, right? And when you stand to now get into a relationship, offer that in a relationship, you're never gonna go wrong. You understand? You're never gonna go wrong, especially when the other side is also applying what you're applying. You're never gonna go wrong, right? So I just decided I want to take this time and just teach you something, right? So it's matsapa, and never lose focus on yourself. Never lose patience with yourself. Never lose, composure. Never lose, the reason of your existence. Never lose the hand of God. Never lose your hand yourself. Never lose yourself, and never lose your purpose. Because at the end of the day, you need these three things more than you need a life partner, right? I'll give you an example. In the Bible, Adam, was given the presence of God, was given identity, and was given the Garden of Eden to work it before he was given a wife. All right? So you should understand that. All right? Take care, man. It's your boy, Mr. Consciousness, the author, the poet, the motivational speaker, the entrepreneur, and the life coach, apart from being a biomedical engineer. Me to you, I'd like to say it's been a pleasure. Take care, man.